Good morning. I'm Jack Chang. Welcome to the 2018 IPAC press conference for the midterm election 2018. It is my great privilege and honor to have Honorable Mike Ng in our show. He is running for the California State Senate 22nd District. Mr. Ng, welcome to our show.
Thank you so much, Jack. What an honor to be here.
Thank you. 2 years after the 2016 presidential election, the partisan confrontation has never been so fierce and strong, both at federal and state level, even in the White House. Many people, experts, are saying that this midterm election is the most important and significant election in the history of the United States politics. To that, what do you say?
I say, first of all, thank you to IPAC, because IPAC is our role model of people who work together, whether you're Republican, Democrat, or Independent. IPAC has always judged people based on their performance and what they bring to the community. So that's number one. We need to be more like IPAC. And when I chaired transportation, I was worked with Republicans and Democrats. No such thing as a Republican bridge or Democratic highway. Everybody has to go down the same path, and that's number one. Number two, it's always, I think every election is important. I'll tell you why. Because from the immigrant community, we're building slowly and slowly and slowly. There are many people who told me that this is the first time they decided to vote because we have this election. But 2 years ago, similar. And so I think for the immigrant community, every election is important, because election is about education, and education is about a process, and it may be a slow process. To educate our community, we have to, many of them don't speak English. We are teaching them concepts that are difficult. So I think that's number one, is very, very important for the immigrant community. But also number two, because our nation is facing a lot of crisis, whether it's internationally or locally. And I think that's more important for us to all get involved.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dr. Ng. With regard to your race, as far as we know, that there is fierce competition. We believe that you are qualified and experienced in the position of State Senate, and you would be able to do good things, great things for the community and for the voters. In terms of qualification and experience, what do you say that makes you different from your opponent?
Well, in terms of experience, I think it's very, very important. For example, flying a plane, you want someone to have experience, and I have flown the plane of politics for a long time. I started off as a state appointee to the California Board of Acupuncture. I was the vice president of that. Very important. We met all over the state. We met Republicans and Democrats. And we talked about affordable, accessible health care, point number one. Point number two, I served as mayor and council member of Monterey Park. I came from the grassroots of education and politics, which is starting off at a local level. Number two, I served in the State Assembly for 6 years, chaired the Transportation Committee, the Banking and Finance Committee. I also chaired the Committee on Business and Profession. We regulated over 40 professions. And then I'm very proud to say that I finished recently serving on the Community College Board of Trustees, the largest community college in America. 9 campuses, each the size of Cal State, each the size of a UC, 250,000 students. Very, very important. So that's just on the experience. Education, of a law degree, a master's degree, and a bachelor's degree. But I think the most important thing is I think I have the passion to serve. My wife, Judy Chu, and I have committed ourselves to public service.
Right.
We do that 24/7, and we do it gladly and proudly. And the reason is very simple, because we have been given the opportunity to have education. We've been given the opportunity to be able to articulate our ideas in a language that is our first language. And so therefore we have extra responsibility.
Right.
And that's why I'm very fortunate to be here. Whether I win or lose is not the point. The important thing is, number one, how many people did we empower to learn about educational and political process? That's very, very important. And number two, are we mentoring our young people? Are we mentoring candidates that will take my place? Candidates are not sustainable. We come and go. The community is sustainable.
Right.
And so I always say, it's important for me to win, but it's important for the community to win. And the community becomes educated. If they register to vote, if a young person says, I'm going to step up and serve, I already won. You won, we all won. And that's how I judge this election.
Right. Well, geographically, talk about a little bit about the geographic coverage of 22nd District
Yes.
to educate our voters and viewers.
Oh, it's an amazing district. It starts off from Monterey Park just before Walnut, goes as high as the mountains, and just north of the Hacienda Heights. It's a huge area, 1 million people, and there are only 40 senators in each, in the state of California. Each one serves about 1 million people. So it's very, very, very diverse. The voting population is fairly equally split up between Latinos, Asians, and Caucasian. So it's a great, what I call a great coalition district. There's no one group that necessarily will dominate in the election. And that shows by all the elected officials from the school board and city councils, and I happen to know a lot of them. So that's the nuts and bolts of the district.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. I wish you the best luck, and may God bless you in giving you the power and the strength to do what you plan to do for the community and the people who vote for you.
And may God bless you. May
Thank
God
you.
bless IPAC, and
Thank
may
you.
God bless America.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.